There's so many verses in this chapter that I love. Verse number 23 is definitely way up there among the verses that I love. It says, could our father or our mother ever have so generous a wish? Do the very gods, the rishis, even Brahma harbor such benevolence as this? So there's two different things being pointed out in this verse. And the first one of the reasons I love it so much is because I guess, I grew up like many, many Americans, and you may have this in common with me and you may not, but I definitely went through a time where I felt like my parents did not teach me everything that I needed to know to be a happy person. It was before I got really into the Dharma, in probably right around my early 20s. So I met Rinpoche when I was 24. I started practicing the Dharma maybe more seriously maybe when I was about 22. And I think around that time I was struggling with, the same kind of like dysfunctional stuff that everybody has. And the fact that my parents weren't able to teach me more than what they knew. But here in this verse, Shantideva actually forgives my parents for not teaching me to be a happy person, because he said, could our own mother or father ever have so generous a wish? If our parents didn't know how to be happy, if they didn't know that the source of joy was Bodhicitta, how could we expect them to tell us, oh, this is what you need to do to be a happy person? What our parents taught us was the same thing that everybody else is doing, which is trying to get what you want, trying to make sure that people don't take the thing that you want from you, trying to make sure that you have enough. And like my uncle used to say to me, if there's haves and there's have-nots, I want my kids to be the haves. And these ideas, they're the normal things that we're taught, and this is the way that we're supposed to find happiness. And our parents didn't have this kind of generous wish. They didn't wish it for themselves. And how could they have taught it to us? And so I love this particular verse because I think it helps us to forgive not just our parents, but our society, anybody that we had the feeling like, I wish that somebody would have told me sooner.